Hello everyone and welcome to this Boxed talk hosted by Ezra UK. My name is George Floros. I'm the GIS lead for Skanska Infrastructure, and alongside Izzy McLees, GIS analyst for Skanska Infrastructure, we will be discussing how we use GIS and BIM integration and the concept of GeoBIM to democratize the construction industry. So the agenda for today's presentation essentially involves an introduction about ourselves and as a construction company, construction industry, what are the challenges that we are looking to address and resolve with integration of these digital tools of GIS and BIM. Then we will go through the solution and how we actually apply this concept in real-world projects within infrastructure, discuss the benefits that we harvest from an integrated digital environment, and then share a couple of thoughts in terms of how we see this shaping up moving forward. A quick introduction about us. So Skanska Group is one of the world's leading project development and construction groups. It's founded in Sweden and it's operating all across the world in the United States of America and Europe. As a construction company, what do? We build. And of course, in this presentation, we will be focusing on the infrastructure sector and particularly on highways and rail. So the common denominator of some of the challenges that the infrastructure sector faces is the linearity of infrastructure projects. And essentially what we mean by that is that everything that we are trying to build, whether it is a highway or whether it is a railway, it interacts with its surroundings. So it's very, very important to be able to properly capture, store, exchange, and visualize this information to empower the decision making of all the stakeholders that are involved during the stages of design and construction. And the second challenge that we need to address is how we can break the silos that are typically formed within our industry. And when we say that, we mean like the lack of interoperability between data and systems is a major blocker on a task that is already challenging within the construction industry, and that is the embracement of the digital solutions and actually enabling people to place their trust on their data. So what we're looking to do here, the challenge that we're trying to address, is bring all of the project information in one place and essentially help people connect their disciplines with other disciplines with the power of data. And last but not least, one very important consideration for us is how we engage with the communities. What we are doing as a contractor, as a construction company, we are affecting people's lives, and it's very, very important for us to do this in a positive way and contribute to the social value of the local and national community. And in order to do that, we need to make sure that we stay engaged with the communities, not after we deliver the works, but more importantly, during the development of the works. Listen to their concerns, help them understand using our digital engineering capabilities how what we're going to build is going to make their lives better. So I mentioned the concept of GeoBIM before, so we will be going through a quick overview of how we interpret it within Skanska and how we're actually applying it in our infrastructure projects. Essentially, it is founded on data integration. We are focusing on BIM and GIS, but we are not limited to that. It can be information coming from BIM authoring tools, CAD information, architectural information collected from the field using survey, GIS data, of course, live data sources, information from sensors. So it's all about creating this digital foundation hosted on BIM and GIS, essentially, which allows us to bring in a variety of different data sources and create a unified output upon every stakeholder can actually, hopefully, base their decision making during the life cycle of a project. And we see a great example here of GIS and BIM together and why they need to come together. On one hand, we have GIS, which is great on capturing the conditions on the ground from a geospatial perspective, from a larger point of view, from a broader point of view. And on the other hand, we have building information modeling, which is delving into the engineering detail of what we are trying to build. And that is what we try to address. These two domains are not natively interoperable, and we claim they should be. It's all about marrying the where with the what, and moving from two different environments to different data sources, to different domains, if you'd like, to a single source of truth. So now I will hand over to Izzy to go through the application on how we use Skanska GeoBIM during our rail and highways infrastructure projects, and shed some light on what the benefits are for the end user, and of course some thoughts in terms of how we see this moving forward.
Perfect, thanks George. So now moving on to how GeoBIM is being applied both within rail and highways infrastructure. So we'll be presenting on two examples today. So the first one being GeoBIM within the Skanska Costain Strabo joint venture working on behalf of HS2, and the second being the regional delivery partnership with Highways England. So GeoBIM can be used in a multitude of ways to bring benefits to a team across a project, whether that be road or rail. So starting off with rail infrastructure. A significant application of GeoBIM is within community engagement, which is a vital component of any construction project where intensive construction works can impact the lives of people in the local area. So GeoBIM provides an effective way for visual communication with the public and also various stakeholders who may struggle to understand complex spatial relationships when represented by traditional 2D media. So GeoBIM can aid in eliminating a level of miscommunication because it presents the information in a format that is closer to reality. It can also be used as a tool to see how communities are affected by proposed construction designs. For example, the holistic approach enabled by 3D visuals can be used during construction proposals of new built structures or assets. So by visualizing the asset from all the different angles, you can really visualize how it will fit in with the surrounding infrastructure. So the potential impact of any building or structure in terms of shadows it will cast, views it will block, or heat, or how it will reflect heat, can be visualized and communicated both internally with urban planners and also externally with the public. The immersive nature of GeoBIM makes it an exceptional tool for communicating community impacts of a project design. This is also especially important as social inclusion has been named as one of the core principles to achieving sustainable development, where transparent communication with the public can lead to an improved company image and also a project being more widely accepted. So GeoBIM is a really great tool to achieve this. So as well as improving communication with the public and stakeholders, GeoBIM can also lead to improved collaboration and decision making between the site teams. So the unique ability of GeoBIM to provide easy access to project information with regards to the BIM models and how they interact with the existing terrain mean it can answer questions regarding construction site optimization and planning. So such a platform can be utilised to find the ideal, so the optimum location of any sort of civil engineering infrastructure. So for example, tower cranes, and also what impact this will have on the surrounding area. So from the image, you can see it's really clear to see what the cranes will be overswinging. It gives a clear perspective of their prominence in the landscape and also what they'll be obstructing. So this can really speed up construction planning processes as planners are able to make better, more informed decisions with improved but simple to use tools. And finally, we have a video to demonstrate GeoBIM in rail. So you can see we have the 3D BIM models of the assets, and GIS allows us to give a spatial context. And we've also incorporated the heights of the surrounding buildings, logistics data, environmental data. With regards to site data, we've got the site hoarding and also the welfare buildings. So a user is able to navigate underground, visualize the assets from any given angle or even fly through them and see how they connect with each other. We're also able to include survey data such as point clouds and photogrammetry that would otherwise only be visualized in specialist software. So a really important aspect to note is how we're able to include the attribute data, so the intelligence behind the BIM models and the 3D geometries. and this is a really important feature too, as it's how we unlock links to other data platforms such as asset management. So everyone on the project has easy access to this at the click of a button, giving route-wide visualization of the entire project, which can allow for a deeper understanding of the route and also enhance collaboration between the project teams. In time, this can lead to enhanced operational efficiencies on a day-to-day basis. So moving on to our highways example, which is the regional delivery partnership with Highways England. Here we have another video of GeoBIM, and this time on a roads project. So here we start off with a 2D visualization that gives the overall outline and extent of the project. A really important thing to note is how we're able to directly connect with our BIM CDE and also our geospatial CDE. But another really important aspect is this actually has 3D functionality embedded within the 2D map, so users can really easily switch between the two. And as you can see, it happens there. This empowers the user to gain access to information that they need at a click of the button, whether that be the 2D data or the 3D data, without even changing platforms. And the same principles apply as to what we spoke about with Rail, where we're unlocking the intelligence behind the 3D geometries. And this is how we link to other data platforms. So to summarise, here are some of the key benefits that GeoBIM can bring to an infrastructure project. So firstly, GeoBIM enables smarter decision making. So we're preventing data from being siloed within specific disciplines, and instead we're connecting it in one place through the power of location. So the democratization of the data gives everyone on the project easy access to all the information they need to make better, smarter decisions about any regarding issue. Then moving on to stakeholder engagement. So not only we're connecting the data in one place, but we're also doing it through an intuitive, easy to use, accessible platform. 3D visualizations are an unparalleled communication tool, which can help a project to be more transparent, both internally and externally. Then GeoBIM can also help to save time and costs. So the ability to drive these smarter decisions means we can speed up workflows and day-to-day tasks. So saving time across the construction life cycle, whether that be the planning and design stage, the construction stage, or operations and maintenance stage. And with regards to cost saving, as GeoBIM begins to tackle the issue of data interpretability, less money is spent on specialist softwares that would otherwise be required to visualize particular data sets such as survey data. And instead, this data can be visualized on a centralized GIS platform. This all leads to delivering more resilient infrastructure as well as smarter communities and smarter cities. So as for the future, looking to the future with GeoBIM, GeoBIM has already achieved to democratize infrastructure, and it gives the data a chance to interact with each other and provides unrestricted access to vast amounts of information. The ultimate goal is for GeoBIM to become the digital twin of the built environment during its full life cycle. So in order for this to happen, future works are looking to enhance GeoBIM through the integration of live data sources, so smart sensors, and through the Internet of Things, connecting with asset management systems. We saw the start of that earlier in the video where we're unlocking that intelligence behind the 3D geometries. And also including information around 4D construction sequencing and even 5D cost estimation. Digital twins provide a great context to solve business challenges by creating relationships and streamlining workflows. GeoBIM is a really large step towards this as we're connecting the data and the people through the power of location. Perfect. That's it for our presentation. I really hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions or feedback, please feel free to contact us via our emails. Thank you.